Hi everyone, Angela here from Stamping Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand. And it's Friday again, and you can probably hear I have a little friend. Bring her in so she can say hi. Look, Buffy, yeah, can you see? Look, hey, we're waiting for people to come and watch me make cards. And we don't want you whinging. Nobody wants to listen to you whinge. They haven't come to see the Buffy show. Hey, no. So go and find a chair. This is, she likes to sit on my chair, so she'd like me to get off, but I'm not. So anyway, I need to get a bigger craft room, I think, so she can have her own spot in the corner. So thanks for coming along today, and yeah, off you go. Go on, good girl. And I'm going to make some cards using the Rainbow and Sunshine DSP. No, Sunshine and Rainbows DSP, which is super cute, and it's a free one in the latest celebration brochure. So it's usually January and February, but in the South Pacific, we've got an extra couple of weeks because there was a bit of delay getting product to us. So that's cool. So we've got till the 16th of March if you were thinking you might miss out on it. So yeah, so I can see that somebody's here. So hi, thanks for coming along. I'll turn around, so we'll turn the camera around and so we can get started. Stick that in. Sorry, just a wee technical glitch. My phone has decided to mute. So I'll just, right. Hopefully, put that back in. Sorry, there's always something, isn't there? It's run the wrong way now. I had this all set up before. I have to make sure I don't push that wrong button in future. Right, hopefully. We see me doing weird things, yeah. Right, I think we're good to go now. Right, I will add that and remove that. And right, hopefully you can see that and hear it. We'll just, so these are the cards that I made. I made them for, I'm on Kylie Bertucci's training program this year. And each month we do some thank you cards and do a blog hop with the thank you cards. So these are the cards I made, and I thought I would show them because they're a great way to use the DSP, the 6x6, because sometimes I find that's hard to, if you wanted to say use it as a whole front, then you've got this bit left over. So these cards use just about the whole sheet on it. So you got 2 cards, I should say, out of 1 sheet. So get started. And what I did is I picked out, so I thought I'd make some in different colorways to complement the colors in the DSP. Oh, hi Marg, thanks for coming along. It's nice to have you here. So I've got the Bermuda Bay, and I've got the Magenta Madness, Granny Apple Green, and Crush Curry. So I'll just fold those in half. I just thought, yeah, it's good to see the cards made with the different colours, just to it just brings out the colours in the DSP when you use a different background. And then I thought too I'd use, because on the thanks I've picked out colours, so I've chosen ones to do the same for these cards. This Magenta Madness is gorgeous and bright, but it's one of the cards that will be going this, card colours that will be going this year. We'll get some new ones. So next what I've done is just laid, the next layer is just white cardstock, and it's just 5 millimeters smaller. Oh, hi Denise, thank you, nice to have you here from Canada. It's lovely. So I'm just making these thank you cards and using the Sunshine and Rainbows, got it right this time. So I thought I'd do different backgrounds on these too. So this one's the Tasteful Textile. This is the Timeworn. This is the new Gingham one out of the catalogue. It just arrived in a box the last few days, so I thought I'd try that out. And then this is the 3D, the Hive 3D one. So I just thought it'd be interesting to see with a different embossed background how they'd look. So those, let's quickly whip those on there. So the reason with these cards, it's good to have some cards that you can quickly whip out. Sometimes you don't always have a lot of time to choose either side of that. Time to make a card. I used to say I could practically run a marathon in the time it's made me taken me to make a card sometimes. And then just got to make sure the writing's up the wrong way. And hope it's nice where, I know it's nice where you are, Mark, because it's lovely, beautiful day today. No wind, sun shining. I think it's going to be 26 degrees. So I imagine it's cold in Canada at the moment, Denise. Right, so those backgrounds, and then this, all I've done is bring my trimmer in, and I do it in inches just because it just makes it a little bit easier. What I did is I cut it, so this length here is 3.5 inches, yeah, which is just under 9 centimeters. So you could use that measurement if you wanted. And then just what I've done, yeah, so you can see, is cut these all at 1 inch. You just got to make sure you keep them in the right order because you want them to line up on your card. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we've got so that's 2 cards straight away, and then you've got the leftover bit. And what I do is just cut that at about, that's 3/4 of an inch, which is just under 2, or is about 2 centimeters. And it's going to be on the inside of the card. I know it is lovely, isn't it? Such a nice day. So nice to have a lovely day. And then I'm just going to trim that bit off because I don't want that bit. And I just want that. So those bits, oh, actually I might trim, but I like that better. They'll be fine like that. Right, so then all I've done is turn these over and put dimensionals on the back. So just enough to, you could put more if you wanted, but 3 probably will be enough. And then probably that, just want to work out where you're going to put that. So just a bit of graph paper. And I mark that's, so the center is about 10 centimeters. So I want to put this one. Just anything that helps you line it up. So about there. And if you've got a tea roller, they often help. You can just line that up. Should be about right, I think. It's hard to get it straight when you can't look straight down. Oh, minus 23. Oh my gosh. And blizzard warning. Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. Imagine you stay tucked up at home, do you, when it's like that? It's good crafting weather. It's not so good crafting weather today, but anyway. Well, any day is good for crafting, really, isn't it? So then just pop that one there so that lines up. And then the last one. You just want them to make them look reasonably even. So super, super easy. And on these ones, I did do the vellum on the background, and then did a couple of layers, but I decided, oh no, actually, did I do? No, just one layer. So what I decided with these, and I've already pre-cut one, is and I'll show you how to do it with another one, but I just put the foam sheet, adhesive sheet, on the back of a piece of cardstock and then die cut it. So it's already thick. And the vellum you didn't really see on the card anyway, so I thought, well, I'll omit that step. It's got to get all the bits and pieces out. Not sure. There's probably a far easier way of doing this. I haven't found it yet. I use bits and pieces of backing, so there are lots of joins. Just get that. I think that's right. And then just want to stick that onto the front. And because it's sort of on a jaunty angle anyway, sorry, my fingers are in the way, it won't matter too much if it's not exactly straight where it's on the angle it's supposed to. But that works really well, and you get that depth straight away without having to worry. Oh, sorry, just reading. Yeah, I guess if you're used to it too, when you in your climate that you live in. We probably don't dress appropriately as much as we should here. But I say fair about things like that. Don't heat things the way you do as efficiently. Right, so the next thing we'll do is put just use some of the basic rhinestones on this. So I just want here, and then just have one up here by the rainbow, and then I'll just put a bow, just a white bow on the top corner. So these are really, it's so simple and quick. So that's just going to sit up there. So a couple of ways to attach that. Either just put a glob of glue and just set that aside, or another thing I do is a glue dot, roll a glue dot up. Either way. And yeah, that's it. So that was super cute, and well, I shouldn't say that about my card. Super easy, and it does look cute with those bright colours. So we might go ahead and make some of the others up. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So I just cut these inners out of just a pad that I buy from a local printer shop, and then I just, with these bits of DSP, these strips, just glue that onto the bottom there. Just make sure it's even along the bottom, and then turn that off, and then just stick that into the inside. So just makes the inside look a little bit like I've made a little bit of an effort without too much. And then just pop that in the middle there. So that is one. So I'm making it. So the only leftover bits from that sheet of oh well, that's going to go on the other card. So the only out of making two cards, there's only that little bit left. So that's fairly good use of the paper. And also you could use that. You could save up bits and do different ones. They don't have to all be matchy too. Oh, hi, Cindy. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, it's nice to have you here too. We can. I'm going to make another one now. Actually, I'll still need that. So, might make one on this green apple green, which is I love. It's nice and bright. So just make sure I've got these in the right order, and just do the same thing. So you can see how easily you could whip through these. And, put different sentiments, use different paper. But I just thought this paper is really like it. It's so bright and fresh. And it's free, which is even better. So I'll just try and line that up again. Doesn't really matter where you have it. Just as long as it's, I don't know that is straight, but somebody can let me know. So just that one on there. So you could do this with, you could stamp an image if you wanted and make it into like a triptych. And this one I've done already. All right, yeah, I think the pink will look good on this one. So just take that off the back. So if anybody has a better way of doing this, please tell me. Right, it's just tricky getting those bits out between the letters. I might try getting them out after I've stuck it on. We'll see if that's any easier. See, look, it just goes sticky. And then I'll just pop that. As I say, you could sort of make it a little bit more funky and have them sort of going different ways. And now I've lost something else. You would not think I have this really a small desk, but still managed to miss things. Lose things. I don't know if this is going to work because it might just stick to the. Oh no. I guess if you don't press too hard when you pop them, stick it down, it will just lift out without damaging the DSP underneath. Oh yay. And then you could tie different bows, use different ribbon at least, just to pop a wee bow on the top. Or you could do a wee flag and put a wee staple in it. Scissors. And just to make sure I don't bump that until it's dry. And some more rhinestones. I don't know about you, but I love rhinestones. They go with everything and anything. And I love being able to colour them with the blends too. Oopsie. Just pop that up there. So another one. So yeah, and I'll go through and just do the last couple and I've got some of the green apple green and the crushed curry. So what I did with these, you could use your cutter, but it's a bit clunky. So I'll just cut that around there. And I'll cut another one in the green apple green. And then this is that foam. So, and it makes it into a sticker, but a pie sticker, because it's got that foam. So it saves putting anything behind it, like dimensionals, or just going to put it on there and just cut round it. Just makes life a little bit easier, and it goes through the cutting machine really easily. Let's tuck that onto there, and my little machine today makes life easy. And just tuck that onto there, and I do run it through twice just because it makes do need to hold it quite tightly to get it through. And then I just usually go through again just to make sure. So it's just, and then just comes off there, and then automatically you've got that nice foam sticker. So you can do that on all dies, although the sheets are small, but you could put a couple, you know, if you had a biggish die that you wanted to do that too. I'll grab the sheets. They're just here, they're that size, so they're, yeah, not too big, but perfect for these sorts of things. So the last one I've got 2 more to go, so I'll get my sheet back again. So those measurements were just 3.5, and then 1 inch, so 1, 2, 3, and then another 3 here. And you know, a good way to use up if you have got a bit of a stash of DSP that you need to use. Sometimes it's hard to use it, but you may as well, and then you can buy more. Because if colours retire too, and then you don't have the stock to go with it, you don't use it, so it's quite the same. Just you could have like a little conveyor belt going just about, couldn't you, with getting these. Oh, hi Emmy, how are you? Nice to have you here. Emmy used to live behind us. She lives in Dunedin now. Is it nice down where you are? Right, so quickly put these ones. See, I've got that out of order already. Done well, haven't I? Right, not so hard to get back together. So I'll do the middle one again. So just whatever works for you for lining things up. We all have our little, I like to use these, the grid, sort of eyeball it a bit. And like these sentiments, you know, you could just die cut, you know, don't have to do a die cut. You could just do a little stamp one and stick it on the edge there. And I don't want to use that yellow one on there because it's already got the yellow background. So I'll do another one in the green apple green. So stick that to the back there. Won't matter too. Hopefully there's enough overlap that it won't miss any of the letters. See how it's so simple creating these. Saves trying to roll up bits of dimensional to get them, you know, three-dimensional. And I like the little mini for these jobs too, just don't take up much space. Oh, oh, you busy mug. Right, through. Sometimes I think, oh, it is quite tight, but it does go through. You know, cuts out nicely. I've done it. So I put the green apple green on this one. Right. Just pull that off all in one go. That makes life easier. Let's try. Like sometimes you don't have enough hands, do you? Need to. Right. Don't want to try and pull that one out first. Right, and then, oops, yeah, as you can see, it is tricky to play with, but to use. I think because it is that, you know, ups and downs here, it doesn't matter too much. You could always pop a ruler down if you did want the thanks to be straighter. And then the last one, I'll just put that together. So that's, I've been going for half an hour now, and I've made these 4 cards. Admittedly, I had already done that, but that only took a few minutes. I just whipped that up, whipped those through the machine with the embossing folders before I started, so it didn't take long. I have a lot of these already pre-cut, just in a container, so that it's a way it's on hand to grab. Just when I'm watching TV, or just grab, you know, set my ironing board out up and whiz them through while I'm watching TV. I just get that off. You could leave those bits in. Some people leave them in on some cards. Depends what sort of look you're going for. They do actually look okay on that. Yeah, and as I was saying, you could put different bows on there. If you had some that crinkle ribbon, you could colour it and pick one of the colours out of here. But I'll just I'll just whip up some of these little white ones. They don't take too long, and just tucked up in the corner. So I guess this, you know, like the one sheet wonder, it's sort of just a little bit of a variation on that with the 6 by 6 sheets. So it's good to be able to use up as much of the sheet as you can. I have a little basket and a drawer, and the rest, all the bits and pieces get thrown in there. And I have a friend who has a preschool, so they get little boxes of scraps. I think those little fingers like all the little scraps to make things with. Right, so just a little drop again here. They're doing what they're supposed to today, which is usually they're twisting and going all over the place. So that made my life a little bit easier. And you could also use different embellishments. You don't need to use the rhinestones. Oh, hi, Gay. Nice to see you here too. Thanks for coming along. Just about finished actually. I'm just adding the finishing touches to these cards. Just put some more rhinestones on. Think about where I'm putting them. Doesn't really matter though, does it? And that's it. And you could do, you know, flick some ink over them if you wanted to give this a bit more colour. But there is a lot of colour in them, and depends how. Just get rid of some of my rubbish out of the way. So yeah, so those 4 cards out of 2 sheets of the 6x6, and then just these ones have just put the insert in the bottom with a little, well, you can't see it, with a little strip of the DSP just to make the inside a little bit tidier and cute. So that is it from me today. So thanks very much for coming along and hanging out with me, and I hope you'll go and try this, you know, make some cards up like this, and tag me if you do. I'd love to see what you make. Thanks, Denise, and thanks for coming along, everyone. It was lovely, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here next week same time. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, Mark. Bye.